our shirt on Tespring.
Hey folks, what's going on, little world, little curious not to know. Today I'm talking about the subject of when the A's announced that they're going to leave Oakland, West Sacramento for like 4 seasons, then move to Las Vegas for their new stadium. At one point, Sacramento tried to induce the A's and the Raiders to come to Sacramento by building a baseball/football stadium next to Arco Arena. Arco Arena was built in 1988 and closed in 2022. And right next to it is a slab of a stadium for baseball and football right next to it. And here's a little history about it.
It is one of the best kept secrets of Sleep Train Arena. There is a tunnel deep below the seats of that arena, and where it leads would have changed the face of Sacramento.
Most people would not know that.
The tunnel was part of a multi-million-dollar project that abruptly ended 3 decades ago.
CBS 13's Tony Lopez gives us a fascinating look at why Sleep Train Arena's secret tunnel was built in the first place.
Long before the River Cats became a hit in West Sacramento, developers swung for the fences here, where jackrabbits now roam on this expansive lot north of the current Sleep Train Arena in Natomas. It was the late 1980s.
It was a very exciting time in Sacramento because we had just had the Kings move into a new building.
And the Kings ownership group at the time, led by Greg Lucanville, wasn't done building. His desire to take the momentum from putting this arena together, known as Arco 2, poured into property. Just a stone's throw away.
Just a few feet north of this corner is the stadium site.
Greg Van Dusen remembers it well. He should. This is Greg back in the day.
Is it that long? That's easy. Sure, we'll make it.
He was part of the group that brought the Kings to Sacramento. And played a key role and had a bird's eye view of this. It was a grand plan. From the air, you could see it could have been the perfect complement to a brand new basketball arena. Arco Park, as it was called, would have looked something like this upon completion. Developers dug deep, spending $16 million on the early stages of construction.
We built the entire foundation, which would be the dugout, the operations, the kitchens, all that kind of stuff underneath the storage, from foul pole around home plate to foul pole.
I got to be honest, I didn't even realize they spent $16 million on that. When you think about $16 million back then, I mean, that's staggering to me.
Equally as staggering, this stadium in progress wasn't just going to be for baseball.
The football field would have run this way, parallel with this line here, the foul line.
Yes, a football field. The 53,000-seat dual-use stadium would have given Sacramento area sports fans the venue of their dreams.
You need to be as close as possible to the action. You want your fans to be just inches, if you can, or feet from the playing surface. So we brought the seats as far in as we could.
And more than a few were ready to scoop those seats right up.
I'm here today with my $1,000 check.
Season ticket deposits were coming in faster than you could say the Sacramento Raiders. Remember, it was the 1980s, and Raiders owner Al Davis was looking to make a move. And this new Sacramento Stadium project was the dangling carrot.
We spent well over a year negotiating with Al Davis. We negotiated and negotiated, and it was a fascinating time for us.
But just how serious were the men in black? A young sportscaster who had just arrived that year had his doubts.
Al was a master negotiator, okay? And Al was going to use whatever leverage he could to get what he wanted in Oakland and or Los Angeles.
And the Sacramento Sports Group was going to use whatever it took to let the big guys in charge of both the NFL and Major League Baseball know they meant business. And wait until you see how they sent that message.
Inside the arena, people were ready to show Al Davis that Sacramento is serious about being the next home for the black and silver.
A sold-out crowd packed into Arco Arena, even tailgated outside, just to watch a Raiders game on TV. We reported on that crazy scene.
Sacramento Raider rally is now history. The question is, did this influence Al Davis?
Oh, I'm just getting
Fans also sent a message to Major League Baseball.
George Williams, who swings and lifts a high fly ball to right field, and that ball is gone.
The road trip to the Oakland Coliseum, the March on Baseball as they called it in August of 1987, to this day still holds the record for the largest single group sale event in the history of Major League Baseball. 22,000 fans from the Sacramento area were taken out to the ball game.
There was a huge caravan. We stopped traffic, and it was just crazy. But we got their attention, but we didn't get the team.
By now we know Sacramento didn't get the Raiders either. And this field of dreams, well...
And then it just kind of came to a halt.
The financial well ran dry, and Greg Van Dusen and friends realized
we just weren't going to get it done.
But what they did get done is still visible to this day. This is a fairly recent Google image of the diamond-shaped stadium outline just north of Sleep Train Arena. On the ground, the front steps to what would have been the grand entrance are still here. Unfinished rebar sticks out from columns, rusty reminders of what could have been.
But if he had been able to pull off bringing the Oakland Raiders to Sacramento, that would have been the biggest coup in the history of sports in America.
While that chapter in local sports history is now closed, there is one other little-known fact about what you could still find inside Sleep Train Arena related to this project from decades ago: a secret tunnel.
Most people would not know that.
Here it is, designed to connect the basketball venue with the football and baseball stadium. And while it's now a tunnel leading to nowhere, memories of the story behind it remain as vivid as the imaginations of those who dared to dream.
So when I used to work at concerts, I kind of knew about that because I used to work at the Arco Arena in the early 2000s till the mid, 2010s, I guess, whatever you want to call it. It was kind of interesting history of this. And a lot of people didn't know about this, you know what I mean? And the drawing force that Sacramento tried to get the team to come over there because, hey, we have a new stadium, nice and shiny. Kind of sad because how the Coliseum turned out, pulling apart, and actually the A's are leaving. They actually did get the A's, now. So this is kind of interesting story to this thing. Let's give you some kind of timeline that the A's and the Raiders did go to Sacramento, how things were going to be, but we'll never know. So let me know what you think about the whole A's thing going on, and like and subscribe. Maybe do better next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.